Okay, it's Friday. You know what that means. Welcome to the AW video for the week. Someone's decided to do some drilling. I don't know if you guys can... Did you see me set up? Definitely saw me set up, didn't they? But yeah, big week. Big week. You'll notice no TW network game video on Wednesday. Apologies, we couldn't quite get it done in the stream. There'll also be no videos on that next week. There will be extra AEW, so you're welcome. An extra bonus AEW episode coming your way on Monday. I'm also going to plan to sort out the playlist for it, so you should be able to get it all in one spot. You get the point. You know the drill. Let's start with Dynamite. A big Dynamite because the World Championship is on the line. The drilling doesn't matter because the World Championship's on the line. Hangman Adam Page defends against Miro. We've also got some other pretty big matches throughout the week. So, let's crack on. It's going to be a big week. Dynamite first, Rampage afterwards. Let's go. Before we get to Dynamite, sorry, just interrupting again here. I'm an idiot. I didn't change the scene. So you've got this full screen for a while. I'm going to put the flash up the full results at the end so you'll see it. And then you'll be me talking in the bottom as usual, but it won't be matched up to it. I'm an idiot. I'm an actual idiot. Let's just go to Dynamite. Okay then, on the pre-show we kick off Dynamite. Frankie Kazarian versus Wardlow. Wardlow getting the win for a 47 with a Splash Mountain Powerbomb. Good stuff. I try to see if these two would pair up quite well on a TV show. Like you could run this on a Rampage quite comfortably. 45 for Kazarian, 46 for Wardlow. And yeah, Wardlow getting another win in the local areas is the idea. May help him in certain areas. So yeah, good stuff. Also on the pre-show we had a 6-man tag as the Best Friends got a win over Chaos Project, teaming with Anthony Ogogo because I wanted to see what he could do. 42 for this isn't bad at all. Carried of course by Trent and Chuck with a 50 and 52. Wheeler Yuta 32, not bad at all. 30 for Ogogo, solid. Serpentico 23, Serpentico, there we go. Luther, really bad, 17, but hey ho. Wheeler Yuta benefit from being flavour of the month. Okay, good win for the Best Friend though. Wheeler Yuta getting the win with the Yuta lock. Let's go into the main show then. We're kicking off big. I didn't even mention this in the intro. We're kicking off with 6-man tables action. It's Eddie Kingston teaming with Proud and Powerful against FTR and Sean Spears. Of course, MJF has got a big part to play in this. Let's see how it goes. Eddie and Private Party, Proud and Powerful versus FTR and Sean Spears in a 6-man tag. Opens the show for a 66. Good start to the show. 67 from Eddie, the best of the lot. 61 each for FDR. 45 for Sean Spears, the lowest. And Santana and Ortiz got a 56 and 57 respectively. Sean Spears was the weak link. We said that, but that's okay sometimes when you got the other guys in it who can carry it. And the winner here, of course, Eddie Kingston. Sean Spears eliminated first, then Ortiz, then Santana, then Cash Wheeler, leaving Dax and Eddie Kingston to fight it out. And Eddie Kingston wins, driving through the tables. Just solid wild brawl stuff to kick us off. I'm pleased with this. 66 Dynamite with a hot start. I bit my tongue at the Adler Theatre. Okay, can we continue that though? 66 to start. Backstage, Jungle Express cut a promo on the House of Black for a 55. Luchasaurus didn't do that well. But that's okay. They talk about the recent attacks from the House of Black, and they say it's quite simple. If you want a shot at these belts, bring it on. Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy want to defend the titles against House of Black, and Christian's there, of course, because he's their mentor, friend, weird person hanging on. Who knows? Okay. Also backstage, Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, and Jay Lethal are working out a game plan tonight. More Danielson and Lethal with Moxley in the background about the big match against the Varsity Blondes tonight. And Bryan and Moxley come to an agreement. If the Varsity Blondes words show their worthiness tonight, they're in. Now that doesn't mean they have to win. They have to show their worthiness. We'll see what they can do later on. 61, really good stuff. Really good backstage promos for these guys. Going to help Lethal big time. They all improvised well. Happy with that. Two big, powerful men now. Keith Lee taking on Powerhouse Hobbs for a 61. Keith Lee getting the win with a Spirit Bomb. Again, really good, solid match. Keith Lee carrying it with a 62, of course. 42 for Powerhouse Hobbs, though. No slouch at all. Two big, beefy men putting on a big, beefy bout, and I'm pretty happy with it. 61. Yeah, Keith Lee needed a win, and afterwards he puts out the challenge to Lance Archer. Keith Lee versus Lance Archer on Dynamite next week. We'll see if Archer will accept the challenge, and we will find out on Rampage. 54. Good stuff. Okay, moving on. The Lucha Brothers cut a promo on the House of Black. They say, you know what, the House of Black think they're next in line for those tag team championships. Well, if they're next in line, they need to prove it by going through the Lucha Brothers. That's right, the Lucha Brothers put the challenge out to the House of Black. The match is made for tonight, by the way. So that's a big match for tonight. A very, very big match. Backstage, Adam Cole approaches the Young Bucks and says, listen, he can be friends with both teams. He can. I get it. But there'll be no more business between the teams, the Young Bucks say. There'll be no more business between the Young Bucks and Red Dragon. Cole says he can be friends with them. And Cole says, you know what? Just to prove it, I will be in your corner this Friday on Rampage when it's the Young Bucks versus the Private Party. Because you know, the AHFO will be out there. So Adam Cole says, so will he. 68, good backstage segment once again. Let's go to the ring then. This should be pretty good, hopefully. Bryan Danielson and Jay Lethal team in against the Varsity Blondes for a 64. 64, Bryan Danielson carrying it, considering the rest of the guys in there. Lethal, 49, getting better, but 24 for Griff, 31 for Brian Pillman Jr. This got a 64. Very good from Bryan Danielson. And the winners were Danielson and Lethal, submitting Griff Garrison with a cattle mutilation after blatantly cheating. Now, Varsity Blondes pushed them. Danielson was forced to cheat, and he got the win with the cattle mutilation. Now, you'll see again, Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison have absolutely zero chemistry as partners. There was a comment on last week's video saying that I should change that through the editor. I could do. I'm going to not. I'm going to go with a different way with it. 64 for the match was good. We're going to go a different way with it. Post-match, the Varsity Blondes are not happy about the result, as you'd expect. But not just that, they're arguing between them. They're arguing about the loss between them. About, like, Brian Pillman is saying to Garrison, why did you tap? And the two people are arguing between them. And that doesn't please Jon Moxley. Tonight was about them proving their worthiness, to see if they can work together as a team to make this brand better. They couldn't. And they aren't doing it now. The two men arguing get cut off by Moxley, who lays them both out with the paradigm shift, or whatever his finisher is called. And yeah, they've lost their chance. As far as they're concerned, the Varsity Blondes, not happening. But maybe the Varsity Blondes may just have a split in their cracks, so to speak. Crack in their team. You get the point. 62, really, really good. Really good. This should be good as well, because after the break out comes CM Punk for a 79 rated segment. Punk and Sammy Guevara make it official. Next week on Dynamite, it'll be CM Punk against Sammy Guevara with a TNT championship on the line. That should be a big one. We just sort of, just quickly, CM Punk says, look, you know what I want. Sammy Guevara comes out, makes it official. The challenge is made for next week. I'm pleased with that indeed. We're going to just change Sammy Guevara's gimmick because it's not that good in terms of in the game. I don't know what the issue is, but we are changing it to a cocky gimmick because, yeah, I don't get the game being the game. Sometimes it happens. Look dreadful in the segment, and that sometimes happens because of this. But Punk carrying it, good stuff. Let's go to the ring then. House of Black against the Lucha Bros for a 64. Solid in-ring content tonight, which is good. All around the sort of mid-60s level so far. House of Black get the win. Malachi Black pinning Penta El Zero Miedo with the Black Mass. 61 for Malachi carrying it. Ray Phoenix actually carrying it 66. Penta 58. Brody King needs to get higher ratings in there. But at the moment, against good quality opposition, he's been carried. Hopefully that will help him get in. I mean, we could have got him to get the pin here, but Malachi's the guy, and Malachi's the big guy behind it. And post-match, House of Black make a example out of Penta and Ray, sending a message to the tag team champions with an attack 49. Fine. Absolutely fine. Backstage, Pac cut a promo on Jay Lethal saying, you know what, Jay, it's time that they settle their business. And if he wants to get his nose out of Bryan Danielson's ass, he'll meet him in the ring next week on Dynamite. Pac with a challenge to Jay Lethal. That match will be made official right now. Lethal and Pac next week on Dynamite. Okay, Thunder Rosa cut an in-ring promo with a championship over her shoulder, which is quickly interrupted by Serena Deeb and Layla Hirsch. They double team Thunder for a bit before Hikaru Shida comes out to make the save, setting up a big tag match for Rampage. It'll be Thunder and Hikaru against Layla and Serena, so that should be interesting. 44, fine. Okay, we've all been building to this. The AEW World Championship on the line in the main event of Dynamite. Miro's come back determined, obsessed in a way with the championship. While Hangman Page, this is a big test for him. This is a big, big test. In the main event, your winner and still AEW World Heavyweight Champion Hangman Adam Page. It was a really, really good match, by the way. 74 best match of the night in the main event. That's what you like to see. Adam Page, 5th defense of the title. 22 minutes they went, and a win by a quick roll-up. He catches him, Adam Page here. Miro dominates a lot of it, and actually looks like he could have put Adam Page away, but he catches him with a clever counter, Adam Page, and gets the 1, the 2, and the 3, and celebrates to end the show. 72 from him, really carried it. Miro 63, not bad. I say carry it. Miro 63, Adam Page 72, boosted each other to a 74. Good chemistry from Miro and CJ, of course, and yeah, really good match. Really good main event match to put over the champion against a threatening heel. I'm pretty pleased with it, and that gives Dynamite a 70 rating. Very good match in the main event, carrying it. Really good segment there. But throughout the show, solid in-ring content. Backstage stuff was fine. We're building some guys. We're also using the star power of Keith Lee, Danielson, Malachi Black, Lucha Brothers, Adam Page. We're using it where we need to. And next week should be the same. Rampage should be very interesting too, because you've got the Young Bucks in action. You've got that big women's tag. You've also got Ruby of Soho versus Jamie Hayter, and we're also going to be doing John Moxley versus Ricky Starks. So let's get to Rampage 70. Very good. I'm very pleased. Okay then, Rampage. Are we in the right place? We're on the right? We good? We good? Okay, moving on. 46 for the pre-show as Jake Hager and Daniel Garcia went one-on-one. Daniel Garcia getting the win, fine. 42 for him, 45 for Jake Hager. Solid mid-card matchup. We should stick on the pre-show to see what they could do. Good stuff. Also, 8-man tag, Dark Order got a win over the Gun Club and JD Drake for 45. Again, similar mid-card stuff you could do happily. John Silver, 52. The best of the lot. Let's get on to the Rampage and the main show. We open up with the Young Bucks getting a win over Private Party. Matt Jackson pinning Mark Quinn with a Meltzer driver. Following interference from Adam Cole for a 63. Solid start to the show. Quinn was off his game with a 42. Isaiah 52, but 69 and 68 for the Jackson brothers. Good stuff. Cole and Red Dragon were also at ringside, basically taking out the AHFO. It led to the interference. It led to Matt Jackson getting the win. And after the match, the Young Bucks are going to be offered a handshake by Red Dragon, but the Young Bucks don't take it. They walk away. 63. Solid start to the show. Backstage, Chris Jericho cuts a promo on CM Punk. He says, last week, Punk, you were lucky. But he won't get so lucky against Sammy Guevara on Dynamite. 68. Why has Jericho got a vested interest in that match? We'll see, I guess. The Varsity Blondes are still arguing backstage for a 55. This is really good for these guys. They're talking about the fact that, you know, they lost to Danielson. They lost to Danielson and Lethal, and they're not happy about it. They're not happy about it at all. And Brian Pillman here, acting maybe a little heelish, says, you know what? I'm better than you anyway. and walks away. We'll see. It's 55. Good stuff. Tag action then. Thunder Rosa and Hikaru Shida got a win over Serena Deeb and Layla Hirsch. The champ pinning Layla Hirsch with the La Rosa for a 54. 55 for Shida, 54 for Thunder, 45 for Serena Deeb, 37 for Layla. But that's still not bad either. Yeah, good stuff. Solid. Really solid, good stuff. And a win for the champ will build on the loss for Layla Hirsch on Dynamite next week. We also did a thing post-match where Thunder Rosa and Hikaru Shida are celebrating with the championship between them, and they're just sort of both eyeing the championship. Bit of a tease that could have a championship match in the future. Okay, MJF with a promo and Eddie Kingston for 73. MJF promos are always very good. He says, you know what, Eddie, you impressed me on Dynamite in that 6-man tables match. You impressed me. So, I'm going to give you a match. MJF versus Eddie Kingston. If, only if, you can beat Wardlow next week. Good luck. 73. Yeah, good stuff from MJF. It's what you expect from him. Lance Archer and Jake Roberts got a promo on Keith Lee. They accept the challenge. It's going to be Keith Lee versus Lance Archer on Dynamite next week. That should be an interesting one. Definitely an interesting one. Okay, Ruby Soho got a win over Jamie Hayter for 46. The Heidi Ho did the business. Good stuff. 45 for Soho, 38 for Hayter. Good. And a win for Ruby Soho, pushing her in potentially into title position. Post-match, did I do a post-match thing? I don't think I did by accident. Basically, we had Britt Baker run down and put Ruby in the lockjaw as she starts to get obsessed about getting her title back. Okay, John Moxley cut a promo on Ricky Starks for a 72 ahead of the main event. And what he says here is quite crucial. He says, you know what? The thing is with Ricky Starks, he impresses me. I like Ricky Starks. Maybe Ricky Starks can be a Moxley guy. Maybe we'll find out. It's John Moxley versus Ricky Starks in the main event on Rampage for a 65. John Moxley 81, Ricky Starks 51. Good stuff. Fast roll up. Moxley getting the win. We tried to protect Ricky Starks here. The idea is Ricky Starks really pushes Moxley, impresses him, so that post-match makes sense, because John Moxley offers a handshake to Ricky Starks, but Taz pulls him away before Ricky Starks can take the handshake, and that's going to be a big confidence boost for Ricky Starks for a 68. That means Rampage then gets a 64. Really good Rampage. Not quite as good as last week, but we had a big main event last week, remember? Like Moxley and Starks, good match. Every match was pretty good. Good backstage angles. I'm pleased once again. We've had a solid week, despite me not showing you Dynamite, basically. We've had a solid week. So hopefully we can continue that next week, Monday. Don't miss it. That's right, Monday. Do not miss it. It is a special episode of the AEW Save, Monday 4:30. There won't be a Network Save episode at all next week, Monday or Wednesday. So we're doing Monday AEW, Friday AEW. Big matches for next week on Dynamite. Do you want a little tease? Of course, we've got Jay Lethal versus Pac. We've got Keith Lee versus Lance Archer. We've got Sammy Guevara defending the TNT Championship against CM Punk, all on Dynamite. And we're also going to have on Rampage Wardlow versus Eddie Kingston, as we've just mentioned. And the Super Click are going to be teaming together. That's right, the Young Bucks and Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and Adam Cole against the Dark Order on Rampage. So a lot to do. It should be a big one. Do not miss it on Monday. Until next time. Peace. Oh, by the way, just to end the episode, just putting in again, just to end this crazy episode, as you can see, my booking's going to take a shift now. Random deaths in this game do happen when you turn them on. Jake Roberts has passed away. So Monday may just be a Jake Roberts tribute show now. Okay.